Hi there. I just wanted to stop by and just pass something by you guys. I am preparing to actually do two talks in the next 2 months, and I've really just been feeling, just pivoting off of my book, that whole anchored theme. Um, just really been feeling strongly about something that I wrote, and I want to share it with you. And I think that there's going to come a couple of talks out of this speech or poem, whatever I'm calling it, and I wanted to share it. So I welcome comments and your feedback on it, but I really hope that it will touch the group of people that I end up sharing it with down the road. So here goes. It's called Anchored to Lead. Right now, you may be standing there hurt, broken, frustrated, and angry, longing for the end of inequality, injustice, and death, slow progress to end. Tired of seeing lives being smothered and shot away, saddened to see another mother, father, and family member cry, exhausted as you muster up strength again to pray. This time, in this moment, you find yourself, your community, your work, your church, your country, more convicted to see. You look around, and we are coming together in 50 plus states to protest and flood the streets. But there will come a time in the coming days where people will grow weary and tired. Protest signs may physically come down, and people will eventually go back to their homes. And we could easily find ourselves back into a place of waiting, waiting to see if all that we took the streets for will in fact cause change of hearts and minds, waiting to see if all that we protested for produces new laws, new training, and new beliefs. We should be aware that in the waiting room we will get down. It all won't be fixed as quick as we want. New hope will need to be found. In that moment when heads are down and hope starts to slip away, let me ask you a question. Where will you be? Ask yourself if you will be ready, prepared to reignite a fresh flame, to stay focused on change. Will you be anchored to lead? Lead the conversation of the importance of diversity in our workplaces and our communities. Lead by example that equality does matter and it is not negotiable. Lead by example that our neighbors can love us and we can love our neighbors no matter what color skin they may be. Demand that hatred comes out and makes itself visible instead of hidden around the next street. Are you prepared to walk through the doors of the police stations, city halls, and churches and schools and sit down and join the process of change? Will you be a voice for the broken, be a voice for the murdered, be a voice for the future generations, be a voice that refuses not to be heard? Will you be leading strong but be inclusive and continuing the conversations? When people have their head to the ground, exhausted and tired, they will be looking for someone to stand tall and look higher. Ask yourself, 30 days from now, will you be anchored to lead? I want to be. I want to continue to leave seats at the table open for those who want to join the revolution. I want to lead the way for people who want to get up from the table and walk with me. I want to lead people who will stand when others cannot. I want to speak up when I know something needs to stop. I want to be courageous and not afraid to hide my emotions. I want to be articulate and firm in my convictions without being explosive. Right now, you may be sitting there, hurt, broken, frustrated, and angry, longing for the end of inequality, injustice, and slow progress to end. I pray it will. I hope it comes quickly. But if it doesn't, the world will need some of us to be prepared, to be anchored firmly in who we are and what we stand for, to be courageous enough to anchor ourselves in hope and not bitterness, in hope, not in anger, in hope for justice, not just an eye for an eye. The day will come where you may be the only one in a crowd that people will look to. And when others can't find it in them to see hope for a future, to believe that change can really happen, you may be the light on down the path that they need to see. Tomorrow, 30 days, 60 days, 2 years, when black will still be black in America, for my family, your family, your neighbor, our families? Are you anchored and willing to lead? Thanks for listening.